Okay, I'm going to show you some quick tips on basically how to make your own automatic note fragments. This is important for doing consultations as well as operative reports. We reviewed some of this in training. I'll go through this step by step on how to do this. So I'm in a test patient right now, and the Cerner folks pulled in some of our standard templates. They can do this for more of them, and we can customize the ones that they've done already, as well as we can just create our own, and I'll show you how. So I'm going to show you how we write a note. So we're going to click over here on plus for provider documentation. And as you can see over here, it pulls up your favorites. Yours probably does not look like this just yet, so we're going to make it so it does. So just remember free text, urology consult note, operative note, and progress note. We're going to go to this all, and we're going to put a star by each one of these. So free text note, consult note, operative note, and progress note. Okay, so we're going to go to favorites. I'm going to show you an example of an operative report, and honestly, you can use operative note or free text note for this. It doesn't really matter as long as you label it at the end an operative note. So I'll just show you basically the urology creative operative note looks like this. Okay, it's blank, and that's by design. So we have a bunch of templates. The first thing you're going to want to do is to make your own templates. Once you do this, they'll be permanent and saved for you, and you can change them whenever you'd like. This little button over here is your friend. This is how you manage what they call Autotext. Okay, and as you can see over here, I have my phrases and public phrases. You probably don't have any my phrases just yet. We're going to fix that. We're going to go into public phrases and use some of the phrases that they've created for us. Ours start at about number 7, so we're going to go number 7. So you're going to want some of these. You're going to want to pull in some of these notes and edit them and make them your own. Okay, so for example, Euro ESWL, if you ever do ESWLs, this ureteroscopy, you're definitely going to want to edit that. But you definitely want the examinations, the basic female, basic male, full female, etc. You're going to want the review of systems. You're probably going to want the urodynamics as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example. I don't think I have the urodynamics yet. No, so I'm going to work on that. So I'm going to pull in the urodynamics. I click over here, and then this is a public phrase, so I can't edit it, but I can duplicate it. Okay, so I'm going to click over here, duplicate, and you see this abbreviation. We're going to change this. The public ones all start with a plus. We are going to make this a minus and a slash. The two keys right next to the shift key on your computer, the dot and then a slash. And we're going to call it dot slash urodynamics. Description, urodynamics. We're going to leave it like that. And now we're going to edit it accordingly. So I'm just going to add my name here just to show you. And we can go through the entire note and edit and add whatever we like. And when we're happy with this, we're going to click Save. Okay. Now it added it to our My Phrases. Okay. So when I go into my operative report, I can do one of two things. I can click on this Manage Autotext and choose one of the things here, or I could do it even faster. I can just hit dot and slash, and I pull up all my options. So for example, let's say that we just did a cystoscopy and a left stent placement. I'm going to pull in this template, which I pulled in for myself earlier. I duplicated it and saved it as my own version. And I put a left stent in this person. So I just pulled in this patient's entire operative record. I'm going to go through it, make any changes that I want. And then once I'm happy with this, I'm going to sign and submit it. I'm going to make sure my type is operative report, urology operative report. Sounds good. I'm going to sign it, and that's the end of it. Again, if I'm doing something specific, if I have Dragon loaded, I can add text with that, or if I'm fast typer, I could just type, or if it's a very common procedure, there might not be much to change at all. So the other thing is consultation notes. How do we do those? Now, this is kind of a blank test patient, but I'll show you. Basically, we're going to choose a urology consult note. Okay, and essentially it would pull in everything for this patient. If this patient was a real patient, it would pull in the social history, it'd pull in his reason for consultation, allergies, et cetera, et cetera. In our case, this is a test patient, so we can either type or dictate, what the patient is here for. And again, all of these little areas, you can actually make your own auto text notes. So for example, assessment plan, if you have an auto text for hydronephrosis, you can just create your own and have it in there for every single one. And you can share with each other as well. So if you have one for stones, there's no reason to keep repeating it over and over again. You just make your own auto text. In our case, I'm just going to show you for review of systems. We're going to use a full review of systems. So I'm going to press / review systems full, double click, and it pulls in my full review systems. Same thing, this is, let's see, for physical examination. This is a male. Let's say I did a full physical examination, male. I pulled in his full physical examination. Labs and all that are usually pulled in automatically, and then diagnostics, just as we would do in our office EMR, you're going to want to change whether or not you've actually reviewed them personally, and you can actually also fill in how much time you spent counseling the patient. That's more for billing purposes. So, and the main part of this again is you're going to want to fill in the HPI, a chief complaint, and an assessment and plan. And again, all this can be auto text. If you do, a certain type of consultation over and over again, you can pull in your auto text and just navigate and change on the fly. So, for example, let's say this person had syncope. Now that patient has syncope. Then we're going to sign and submit our consult. We're going to make sure that's saved as a consultation, urology consult note. I'm not 100% sure if this thing works over here, but we're going to create a provider letter, and I'm going to send it to myself. And I'm not sure if it sent it to me to our EMR automatically, but as you can see, it did send. It looks like it wants me to sign it again. Pending something. There. Now it's in the system. I'm not sure if it faxed it to us, but this is essentially how you do a consultation. So the key is to use auto text liberally. Make sure that you edit it and customize it to have your own information on it, as well as change it for each patient. You don't want to just copy and paste things. You want to change it on your own. But this should greatly speed up consultations and operative reports and make your job that much easier.